I'm going to talk about in this video the traps that are everywhere here that you need to watch for. I also did a video why spirituality is a trap, and I want to just point this out to anyone that cares to listen. Spirituality in itself, if done the correct way, is not a trap. The trap is with this new age cult-like BS going on. And I can go watch my video. I'll try to link it down below, but I'm going to give you examples here of that. What I spoke on in the video. This whole starseed thing, twin flame thing, old soul, new soul, tarot readings, psychic readings, crystals, just all of this is watered down new age BS that's going to trap you. If you actually want to take a spiritual path, there's two people I'm going to recommend following, but don't follow them, surpass them, because you absolutely can surpass them, and that would be Jesus and Buddha. So I'm going to go further into Jesus maybe in this video, if not another video. I have probably what you could say an unhealthy obsession / relationship with that story of Jesus that I'm going to break down why I would much rather have a better story than that. But it's a great story. The guy, if you believe he was here, was perfection. So this is the trap with the other things, though. So if you watched my video yesterday about the election, which I'm never going to talk about politics again. I am very sorry that I even spoke about that on my channel, but this is a trap that needs to be addressed. I was ashamed and embarrassed I made that video. As soon as it posted and I watched it, I was ashamed and embarrassed I posted it. And I was going to private it, I was going to delete it, but I didn't. It's up there if you guys want to see me get caught in a freaking, I'm trying very hard not to cuss, caught in a trap. And that's what happened. And this will start out with that, the trap not to get caught into. Just look how easily that happened this year. Look how easily it's happened ever since social media has been around to project the elections. People were so infatuated with taking Trump down or whatever that they became obsessed. It showed cult-like behavior on both sides. And I'm not talking about everyone. So please, going forward, if I say this and this, obviously I'm not talking about all of anything. I've said this multiple times, so just to make that clear. The biggest mouthpieces on this, on both sides, exhibited huge cult-like behaviors. I would even go so far as to say the left side showed more cult-like behaviors than the right. However, those cult-like behaviors were strong in both of them to the point that, what do? I did not vote, and I'm glad I didn't vote. I'm not getting sucked into anything. It's a trap. So the trap with this is you're going to get so caught up in things that do not matter. They're all distractions. Please notice everything we're talking about is a distraction. The only thing you should be focusing on is yourself and finding out whatever you think, or no, I don't want to say think, finding out the truth. If you find out the truth, focus on yourself, then focus on yourself more. Because everything here is a tool, but a trap also. Let me explain that too before I go any further. It's pretty clear that politics are a trap. Just look at this year, look at last year, look at how upset and emotional it got people. And look what it did to me yesterday. I made a video about it. So I don't need to go any further with politics. Obviously, it's a trap. But the tools that you need, they're tools that you do not need to get trapped into. For example, now, drugs are a trap, obviously. But let me explain why these, I'm going to go into religion, I'm going to go into certain belief systems, I'm going to go into certain things people do on a consistent daily basis, and explain to you why they're tools needed, but they're also traps. So for drugs, how is that a tool? Well, I can tell you, depending upon the drug, again, let's clarify what a drug is, define a drug. If we're going by the classic definition, then pretty much everything's a drug. But take some psychedelics. See if you don't call that a tool when it's over. Seriously. Go get addicted to a substance. Don't do that, actually. Please don't do that. I'm just referring to this as what the tool it can be used for. So let's say you go get addicted to a substance. You fight through that battle. You overcome that battle. So the tool is you can go help other people that's going through that. That's the tool with it. With certain substances, psychedelics, that's a whole tool within itself that you're not going to get addicted to anywhere but mentally. So that's the distinction here. With all these things, religion, it's a tool because you can, if you get sucked into it, you can come out of it and help people that are. Atheism, same thing. So we're going into these things, but they're tools that are traps. There's a very fine line here, and there's one you have to step over eventually. You have to break the cycle and break through with the BS. So religion. I don't know if I need to go too deep into religion, why it's a trap. I can give you a couple of examples. If you, depending upon the religion, I don't know that I have found one religion that does not believe, well, except for Scientology. I'm not sure that I've found one religion that does not believe in a creator type, a master, a one singular God. Now, even Hinduism, even though they have these different gods, they believe in one God. Now, there is a religion that I want to touch on with you guys that I need to study. I don't know enough about it yet to make an informed video, so I will. But it's called OCT, O-C-T, Arcturianism. And essentially what that is there was one thing in creation. It split itself into two, and it eventually ended up into 8 things. And that's the story, and that's how we became. It's a fascinating story. So I need to go further into it, but just to give you an example, everything, there's an overarching God. You can consider that God the creator or the master or the Lord or whatever you want to consider that. The problem with religions is they get you stuck serving that Lord and master. You never find out what that Lord and master or that God actually is because you're too busy serving whatever you think it is or whatever they think it is. So the thing to do is get out of that and go actually find out what God is. Go actually find out what the idea of, because it's only an idea. The idea of God, the idea of the master, the idea of these things, because you're quickly going to find out who the master really is, and you're going to quickly realize you're on an even playing field with that master, and then you're going to have to start questioning that master. So go do that. Don't get caught in the trap of religion. And I'm not knocking religion. I'm absolutely not. I'm just saying that if you get down to the bottom of it, the majority of them, like 95%, show very extreme cult-like behavior that does nothing to benefit or evolve what we're trying to do here. So then let's go into, now let me explain my issue with science. My issue with science is not that I don't believe or trust in science. My issue with science is we're not doing science the right way. That's my issue with science. I think science is a wonderful, wonderful tool. I really do, because some of these things that I have went through and I've experienced, I can tell you, and you can go out here and confirm it to yourself. Now that's science. However, people go along with things and there's no proof or evidence of it. I've said this multiple times. So I have someone mentioned to me, so you think that all scientists are atheists? And I said, no, I absolutely don't think all scientists are atheists. That is not the case, because I know they're not. But my statement here is all atheists wholeheartedly believe in a materialistic science that they can't prove a lot of it. It's a lot of theories, and just go research it yourself. Just go down the rabbit hole. So they take God out of the equation. They take God completely out of the equation. And the problem with this is, if you take God out of the equation, you're stuck. You cannot see the mystical. I'm going to make a video about the mystical experience, because I truly believe and feel that people need to have that mystical experience to start waking them up. I really do. But they don't see the mystical side of this place. They don't see the metaphysical side of this place. They just don't see the beauty in it all, because they're too busy focused on disproving God. They're too busy arguing about little stupid scriptures in the Bible. They're too busy trying to prove science is something that is anything more than a trap. It's a tool, though. Wonderful tool, but it's a trap. So let's go into, literally everything here, for the most part, is a trap. It's a trap. So let's go into conspiracy theories. This is a good one. Conspiracy theories are something that I find interesting. I've went down a few rabbit holes myself. I think that think if you had I don't know, think, or care if we went to the moon or not. I don't think, know, or anything about 9/11, but because I think they're all traps to keep you distracted. They're all distractions. But this is 9/11 is probably my favorite conspiracy theory because there's so many red flags that it can take you down a rabbit hole. And if anyone's interested in 9/11 just for fun, don't do it for serious. Just don't take it seriously and get all the government's out to get me and they set this up and oh, this place is evil. Just do it for fun. There is so many red flags about 9/11 that I do. If this was something that was actually real and solid, there's no way that people wouldn't have called that out. I know people have, but how can the mass consensus not be there's something up here? And just like someone, conspiracy theories are traps. They can be tools to show you that you can get stuck. Those are good. Those are fun. Wouldn't recommend getting too caught up in it though. So we can go on. What I'm telling you is this, okay? I think I've laid out in front of you traps, and I hope you see these traps. But what I'm saying is there's only a few things you need to focus on here. So these things, if you run across them, they're tools, learn from them, move on. But what I'm saying here is, and listen, I truly mean this, and I truly mean this from the actual bottom of my heart. I hope you understand this. These are all distractions. The only thing you need to do and focus on here is yourself. Focus on yourself, find out the truth, focus more on yourself, how to become a better person. All these things. Become a better person. When you become a better person, you become a better son, father, mother, daughter, whatever. You become these things, a better friend. So, you start telling the truth. You start just being much happier in general. You start letting old parts of yourself die that needed to die, that probably kicked and screamed the whole way. Insufferable for the most part, but you can get through it. And also, this is another one that's coming from the absolute bottom of my heart. I hope you get this and understand this and know this. No one knows what they're talking about here. I don't want to say no one knows what they're talking about. No one fully understands or knows what they're talking about. No one fully knows or understands anything that came before or after this. Everyone is just making things up and believing it with blind belief and faith. I will throw you a life rope here, though. Everything I've told you up to this point, you can go prove for yourself. If you choose to. Most people won't choose to do this, though, because it's one of the hardest things you ever will do in your life. There is no immediate benefit. You don't know if there's going to be a payoff. And it's hard. It's extremely hard and difficult. But the payoff, trust me, there is gold there. You got to beat that dragon completely, though. You beat the dragon completely, you get the gold. Trust me. I don't say trust me a lot, but trust me on that one. So I love you guys. And what is the dragon? Figure out what the dragon is. Because you're the dragon. Your mind is the dragon. But I love you guys, and this is literally just a game of form and a play of life, and I'm you talking to you right now, and if you'd wake up, we could fix it. And again, I do apologize about that video I put out yesterday, and I am going to try to quit cussing, but it's easy to fall into traps.